All right, welcome back to the DM and Friends. I am DM Angelo, and I'm going to continue my series on how to be a better dungeon master. And today's going to be a good one. Today we're talking about something that I think that can quietly wreck your game if you let it, and that is rules lawyering. And why adjudication is one of the most important skills a dungeon master can develop. I mean, short version, we always hear this, rulings over rules, always. That should be our motto, rulings over rules. All right. So first point I want to talk about is, the rules can't cover everything. And here's the reality that no rule book likes to admit, rules just cannot, the rule books cannot cover every single situation, and they never have, and they never will. Players are creative, number one, and situations get super weird. Plans are going to go sideways. And if you stop the game every single time something falls between the cracks, you're not running a session. You're going to end up running a seminar. So what rules, what rules are actually are for, or rules are tools for old school. They're scaffolding. They exist to provide a structure, establish expectations, give a shared language for the game. They do not exist for, replacing judgment or overriding common sense, or they're not there to stop the game dead. If the rules were enough, then you wouldn't need a DM at all. So rules lawyering shows the game, slows the game to a crawl. Nothing kills momentum faster than page flipping, PDF searching, addition arguments, actually speeches. Combat's going to lose tension. Exploration loses urgency. Everyone's going to start checking out. The game is going to survive by a bad ruling, and it doesn't usually survive boredom. So adjudication is the DM's job. Your job is not to, recite the rules. Your job is to decide, what makes sense, or what fits the world, and what keeps the game moving. That's judgment. That's adjudication. And, it's fast, it's situational. And yes, it sometimes can be imperfect. I've made so many imperfect decisions and then afterwards come back or rulings and then come back and correct it later. And that's fine. That's super fine. And players will accept that. And, getting into my next bullet point is, make the call and then move on. Here's the golden rule that I kind of try to keep is, make a call and move on. It's not a debate. It's not a committee vote. It's not a rule summit. You can say this. You can say, I'm ruling it works like this for now. And then we'll check later after the session, and done. It's okay to do that. And I think that players will respect that. If you use common judgment and you become a DM that is, I don't want to use the word fair, but just in touch with common sense, it's going to go a long way. And your players are they're going to go along with it, and they're going to move on to what's next. Getting into my next subject, or my next little key point, is consistency. And I've talked about this a lot. And consistency is going to beat precision every single time. This is key to being a great dungeon master. And players don't need perfect rulings. They need consistent ones. If you rule something the same way every single time, the players will adapt. If you change rulings constantly because you're chasing, the technical accuracy that you want from the rule books, they won't trust the ground that you're standing on. And, consistency is going to build confidence, and precision, in my opinion, just builds arguments. So the other piece that I think kind of piggybacks on that is, use logic before text. When the rules are unclear, just ask yourself, what would logically happen? I know this is a fantasy world, but that we play in, but there can be logic based to it. Like you can ask yourself, what's the risk? What's the cost? What feels fair at this moment? There's that word fair again. Then rule from there. It's super simple and easy to kind of get into the habit of using those type of questions to make a ruling. If something sounds super ridiculous when spoken out loud, it probably is. So kind of keep those things in your mind. Quote unquote, but the book says, this. Well, here's how I handle that phrase. And I have a couple of crazy stories that sometime I'll tell them about, book bandits. But here's how I handle that phrase when it says, well, the book says here, I listen, I acknowledge, and then I decide. And that's perfectly fine. That's part of that speaking it out loud. I hear you. I'm ruling it this way right now. That's not dismissive. That's leadership. And, I've talked about that too. It's a great sign of a good DM is leadership, not, authoritarianism. Yeah. It's leadership. And, you're not saying that the player is wrong. You're saying that the game continues. And that's super key. So don't get in the habit to having the game as a courtroom. I mean, that's just something you easily can fall into depending on the players you have there. You're not a judge providing. You are not a, oh God, what am I trying to say? You are not a judge presiding over a case, case law. You're a referee to the game, and in a dangerous moving world. The dungeon does not pause while lawyers argue, and neither should your table. So yeah, don't get into the mindset that the game can become a courtroom. Try to stop that really, really fast. And I've been in games or seen games that kind of everything's an argument or a debate, and something hard to really get out of. But maybe I'll do a video on that. But keep that in mind. Try to steer clear from courtroom debates. And I think the way you can do that is by, fast rulings, and that's definitely gonna create better play. Here's something kind of funny that, when players know that you rule fast, when you develop that ability to make a fast ruling, they're going to plan better, and they're going to argue less, and they focus on outcomes and, not loopholes. So they'll play the world instead of playing the rule book. And this is something that in my campaign game, I've gotten away from a little bit and maybe should get back into, but save the rules talk for after the session. My particular group loves to stop the game and look in, and we all look up a rule, or I'll have somebody look it up. That's super, it depends on your table really, but that kind of behavior does have the potential to kill tension and kind of kill gameplay. We kind of do it at my table when there is kind of a downtime for the game. So it's really, the flavor and the style of your play. But, post game, if I'm preaching to, this out, post game is really the right time for clarifications, corrections, learning moments when it comes to rulings. because mid game is for decisions, and players will respect that separation. Like I said, depending on your table, they will respect that separation when you enforced it consistently. And here's that consistent word again. But so old school D&D was built on rulings. It was super rules light. The DM was really the master of making these decisions and interpreting them. This isn't a new thing. This is not a new concept, and I think it's kind of a lost concept. But for old school, it's really the core. Early D&D assumed house rules, judgment calls, DM discretion. The book literally was there to tell you, the book literally tells you the DM decides. I think it's in the beginning of the DMG where Gary talks about that. The DM decides. And if someone wants airtight, simulation, they're in the wrong hobby, at least for old school. Adjudication protects tension, okay? Tension needs flow, okay? Every time you stop to argue rules, tension is going to bleed out of the room. And, a fast ruling keeps the pressure on. The pressure is going to create that story. And I know that's a tough thing for some people to do because they don't feel like they have the confidence to make a ruling. But it's okay, even if it's a wrong rule, if it's a wrong ruling, you can come back later, you can clarify, and the players are going to respect that. Not everybody's perfect, but like I said earlier in the video here, just try to use a little common sense. All right, you guys. My final thought on this is, rules are a reference material. Judgment is the game. Make the call, be consistent, and keep the table moving. And that's how you earn trust, and that's how games stay alive. All right, well, that's my take again. Drop a comment if you've ever had to make a ruling on the fly that saved a session. I'd love to hear how you guys are handling those situations. I have countless examples that I could talk about. Don't want to bore you. But you guys like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button, all that good stuff. Until next time, game on. Take care. Bye-bye, guys.